these two guys are going to read the back. So whichever way the back goes, so the back goes this way, he's going to have them. And this guy's going to be right here basically robbing any short routes. The free safety is going to be robbing any post routes. So it's another version of two men. Just instead of having the two safeties here, we've got one guy for the crossers and one guy for the deep middle.
So one of the telltale signs as far as if we're going to get a blitz off the edge, off of one of the backers or the rover, is when you get this free safety, okay, lines directly over the top, okay, of the outside linebacker or your strong safety there. Okay, you see that, I call that stack. Okay, so I'm always alert, okay, and this receiver better see it, and the quarterback better see it. And I just want the receiver just to point at it. Tell the quarterback, okay, you see the stack, just point. Okay, because if he's over the top like this, he's usually going to come, and then he's going to man up with that guy. Okay, so if you ever see a stack, if you watch a film, okay, it's probably they're coming off the edge. Okay.
Yeah, he will not come off the edge, basically, if he's here in the middle of the field. There's no one to cover him. So those guys kind of work together, so you'll be able to read that.
Good deal. Let's go over line play. Let's go over.
You want to go over like zone blitz stuff? Or,
I'm sorry?
do you want to go through the blitz stuff real quick, or no?
No, let's go over some line play as far as gaps that they have, see gaps, and 3 techniques and 1 techniques. That's what a lot of guys are missing as far as the run game. As much as you know about the pass game, yeah, 43 is fine. 43 is fine.
All right, so for our front, we're going to want to line, like we said in the secondary, they're going to want to line to the receiver strength. We set our front defense, we want to line up to the tight end. Okay? So they're going to make a right or left call. This will be a right call, so our end, tackle, nose, and we call it fox. We want a fast guy there, kind of a rush guy. Okay? So this is a base over front. Okay? Very common in high school, college football, in the NFL a little bit, over front. Okay? We now obviously letter the gaps, A gap, B gap, C gap, D gap on both sides. Okay? And primarily the gap they line up in is the gap they're responsible for. So he's in the C gap, he's going to primarily be a C gap player. We call this guy a 3 technique, he's a B gap, our nose and A gap, and our fox will be in that C gap. Okay? Alignment wise, you know, we tell them anything outside is odd number, so 1, a 3, a 5, a 7, and then inside would be 2, 4, 6. Okay, we don't really line up anything head up. Okay, so unless we call any kind of game or anything, this is their run gap. If we get past, these guys are responsible for containing the defense or the quarterback to make sure nothing gets outside of them. Okay, and these two guys basically have a kind of a 2-way go on their pass rush. Okay, so they can basically rush A or B gap on either side. These guys have to do a good job of staying outside, keeping leverage on the quarterback.
so the same way we would audibilize in the pass situation, okay, we can audible our run game. Okay, so Coach King's talking about we have a 1 technique here, okay, and a 3 here. It's always a 1 and a 3. Okay, what if they line up and they have 2 3s? Okay. Where could we run the ball? If we see that, you come up and you got 2 3 techniques. Where could we run the ball? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because this guy just still here, this guy's still here. Oh, you got the Mike backer, man. We can do this, and we can go. Okay? So as you come up as a quarterback, you want to look deep, check coverage, okay, and then bring your eyes down to your front. Okay, and you want to do it the same way all the time. Okay, if you watch quarterbacks, high school quarterbacks, and even youth, okay, you guys ever watch game? Watch where their eyes go as they come up to the ball. If it's a run, they do like this here. Okay, they never even look up. And if it's a pass, they're always like this. They're always looking. Watch their eyes.
We break down film when we do that. We talk about an on-the-ball procedure. So we'll see the quarterback, and he's going to do something. Especially when we're trying to time blitzes. So what you guys want to do is try to change your on-the-ball procedures. So quarterbacks look to the right, look to the left, come down, 2 count, and the ball snaps. When it's that way, our linebackers are just coming up. They know exactly when to go. So you want to try to change up Okay, because the coaches, especially when you get in the high school game, they're going to watch pretty much everything you do from when you break that huddle. We even do the same thing receiver-wise. I know last year we had a receiver that I have buddies that coach, and one of the guys that coached against us said, we knew if it was a run or pass play about 90% of the time based on this one kid. Because he broke the huddle and it was a pass play. He's pulling his gloves a little, he's doing this. Okay? And it's a run play, he's just walking out there, okay, it's a run play. And I didn't know that until the end of the year, and I don't coach offense, but I told our offensive coaches, hey, this is something we got to watch. Because, you know, we're trying to get the pin last. That's what we're trying to do defensively. Coach Calhoun calling plays, he's trying to get the pin last. He's trying to know that we're going to be exactly in this front, so he wants to run this play. Defensively, the same thing, we're trying to get the pin last. So we know this quarterback is always looking down and on the run plays, okay, we can do some things there. If he's always kind of looking and doing those things on pass plays, it's called on-the-ball procedure. Again, quarterbacks get into a real happy rhythm of things you guys like to do.
Absolutely.
And the guys good guys in the college and the NFL, you know, Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, those guys, they change it up every time. They're going to look this way. They're gonna fake call like it's run block or all these different things. Okay? And obviously that's down the road for you guys, but that's definitely something you got to keep in mind if you're on the ball procedure. If you want to be a real good high school quarterback, is you got to be able to change that up a little bit because the majority of high school teams in this area are looking for stuff like that.
So on a pre-snap read for a young QB is probably just a good idea even now to get in whether you're running or throwing, maybe look safeties, look at the line, check both of those every play.
For high school, at least for us, when we're breaking down film, I think we do a good job. As soon as you give us multiple things, we'll stop doing it. You know what I mean? So you just keep changing it up. Hey, he looks right, he looks left, he looks left, he looks right, he looks. I mean, trying to do those things, then we'll just stop breaking down stuff. You know, we're basically trying to take certain percentages, and if we can't get anything good right away, we'll pretty much stop doing it.
Just to go back real quick, I just want to clarify the defensive 1, 2, 3 techniques. A zero technique is like head up on the center.
You know
one
what?
technique.
In football with terminology, everything is different. Depends on who you talk to.
Right.
What we do, because we're a 40 front, a zero for us is shaded. If you're at a 50 or a 3-4 team, a zero technique for them is usually head up. So what we do, I'll just draw the one side. This is this for us is a, actually, I'm sorry, yes, this is a 1, a 3, a 5, and we say a 7. Some people use that as a 9. Some people go 1, 2, some go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Right.
So it's just, everyone's got different.
Everybody's got a different language.
Got different.
All
We
right.
actually use, if it's head up or inside, a 2-eye, a 4-eye, a 6-eye, and then I've heard coach, what is that? So it's just,
Okay.
it's preference, and same thing in all levels of football. There's different terminology for different things. So.
Got it.
Anybody ever see Philadelphia Eagles play this year? Okay. You ever see their defensive ends? Okay. They call them wide nines.
Wide nine, yeah.
Okay. Because they said, our guys are faster than these big 320-pound guys to the quarterback. So they line them up way outside. They say, okay, it's a foot race.
Yeah, we'll do the same thing. We call it a jet technique, but we just call it a white step. It's the same thing, it's just terminology-wise.
Yes. Good. Anything else? No? All right. Coach, I know you gotta go.
Okay.
Yeah. We're gonna throw some film in, and we're gonna quiz you guys on what you guys see. Since we went over all the coverage, we went over, okay, man, we went over zone, okay? No more questions for Coach? Oh, that's not good. That one?
Well, just one last thing I want to say is one of the things that we always tell the kids, doesn't matter if you're a nose guard, quarterback, receiver, you want to get an A in football. Okay, so just like when you're in class and you're in history class, if you take a test and you got an A, you pretty much knew what was going on, right? If you got a B, well, I'm not really so sure of some things. A C is not very good. Same thing on a football field. When you go out into the football field, you have to get an A. So if you're out there playing, especially the quarterback, I don't care if you're a receiver. If you're out there and you got a C, well, I only knew about 76% of the things. You're not going to be a very good football player. Okay, so you want to get an A in football. We tell the kids that all the time. Not A on your report card, you know, for participation, but the game of football. When coach asks you questions, you want to be able to get an A. Okay, those are the good football players.
And the last thing, they have quite a few Division I athletes, okay? And so many colleges come by St. John Bosco, okay? First of all, because the league they're playing, and the Trinity League, probably the toughest in the country, right? But what's the first thing coaches ask you about players?
Grades.
First,
Grades.
tell them again.
Grades.
Okay? Not, hey,
Okay,
how tall he is,
no, not
how fast he
how fast
is,
is, none of that.
how far he throws a football, what's his grades? Okay, probably one of the best running backs, okay, that's in Orange County, named Devontae Young that went to St. John Bosco. Where is he at now?
Justin.
Yeah, transfer, got kicked out, no grades, 0 point whatever. But one of the best running backs, okay, was all county his freshman year, right? But now no grades, you know, and I don't get it. You know, and the other thing is the person that I see guys come and work 2 hours, 3 hours, and want to work every day on the football field, but they don't work that hard in the classroom. It's the exact same person. Okay? Why don't you give me the same effort in the classroom that you do on the field? Okay? It has to work. That's why student athlete. Okay?
That's the first thing they ask for when they come in. They don't want to see film, they want to see transcripts.
Yeah.
They don't care how good you are, if you don't have the transcripts into college, they can't do anything about it. So, perfect. Very good.